All right, going live, going live, going live. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is your host of the most Griever, as always, bringing you guys Jujutsu Kaisen Chapter 219 reaction, but not just a reaction. We're doing a reaction stream today because it is Good Friday. It is Easter weekend. That and I'm trying to procrastinate with all the projects I have on the go. I meant to do some projects last night, ended up streaming for like 4.5 hours or so. Having a great time doing it. I had a great time, but unfortunately, there is chores to be done, and I'm trying to avoid them as much as humanly possible. So we're here today to say, how y'all doing? Looking good. It's nice to see you. But yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen Chapter 219 reaction. I heard that this was a reaction-worthy stream. Misk already has Misk content. Definitely go check him out. Misk already has his review reaction out. But he told me, so definitely go check that out after this stream. But he told me that, this is definitely, if you haven't read it already, this is a reaction-worthy chapter. But that was like after midnight last night, and I was like, holy crap, I really got to go to bed. And then I was busy trying to get shit underway today, so I haven't gotten to it until now. I know the chapter came out like last night, but you got to remember, that was in the AM of today for me. It did not come out in the PM like it does for people on the West Coast and stuff. So, but anyways, yeah. So we'll wait a few minutes. See if some people want to hop in here. It was a reaction-worthy review, so I figured it'd be a reaction-worthy stream. You know, I mean, the only difference between a stream and a reaction video is that, you know, I guess you guys get to be involved. I guess that's really the only difference. You guys get to be involved live as I go through it, right? Because I could just make straight up reaction videos, but I figured a lot of people would probably like this type of deal. You know what I mean? A lot of people would enjoy, a stream. It's the long weekend. It's Easter weekend. You know, like let's. I mean, we'll wait a few minutes. You know, because I sort of had this idea sort of in the afternoon here. And of course, they're playing all the Star Wars movies, so I had to, I was busy. I was busy procrastinating watching Star Wars all afternoon. So, and I'll probably turn that on while I go and do some taping and mudding later. But yeah. So, anyways, I thought we'd do a stream about it. I don't imagine it'll be a very long stream. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah. Justin's in here and he said Sukuna time. Spoilers! Like, I didn't know Sukuna would be in this chapter. But yeah. Justin also said, we get to get mad at you live. Oh no. Oh no. Is this one of these? Am I going to be pissed off and you guys are going to be like, you fucking suck? Like, oh shit. Shittity shit. Well, that sounds fan-fucking-tastic, in all honesty. As I said, we'll wait a few minutes. We'll wait the arbitrary, pre-stream time and stuff like that, I figured it'd be a little more popular because most people should have a day off. It is Good Friday. It is a stat in Canada. But maybe it's not as important to a lot of other people. But Fridays are literally like, hey, everybody stays home. Everything's closed. In Canada, everything closes. Like, you can't go to the liquor store. You can't go to the grocery store. The only places that are open are basically like, gas stations, drugstores, that kind of stuff, right? So, and essential services. So, I figured it a good time for a stream, but maybe not. Maybe not, because we don't have very many people in here. I figured this one would be a little bit popular, It's Jujutsu Kaisen. Am I too late to the party? Should I have streamed last night half buzzed up? Then people would have jumped in. It seems like everybody's still on their day job today. Meanwhile, it's 5 o'clock. I don't know. But anyways. And YouTube Studio keeps yelling at me for other shit, so. as I said, we'll wait a little bit. We'll see if we can get at least 3 or 4 people in here. If not, then we'll just read the goddamn thing and people will have to watch it later. I'm not making a separate video for one fucking chapter. I thought this would be a bit of a treat. You know, I very rarely do a stream. I do streams for monthly series. I very rarely do a stream for a week-to-week series. So I thought it'd be a little bit of fun. So we'll just have to wait and see if we can get a few cats in here. If not, you know, all right, it was a dud. I thought it'd be fun. Let's see. Joseph says, Fridays is dead when you have hope. Saturday is when people have fun. Sunday is when the fun ends. Monday is sadness. Yes, but this is Easter long weekend, meaning Thursday night became Friday night. Friday's the day off. Saturday, Sunday are as follows, and it's Easter Monday. So we're all good. Like, I don't know about other people, but I'm taking fucking Monday off. Monday's a holiday. It's Easter Monday. So it is what it is. The Firestar X is in here and says, hello. Hello, Firestar. How you doing? But yeah, we'll wait another minute or two. See if we can get a few people in here, and then we'll just start the reaction. As I said, I was told to react to the chapter. So, and according to Justin, I'm assuming maybe he's just putting on airs, but it might be one of those like just general jokes, like we get to get mad at you because we're always mad at you in the Jujutsu Kaisen community, and I'm like, yeah, I can see it because I don't think Yuji's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Yeah, I'm an asshole. I know, but this should be interesting. We'll have to wait and see if we get it. We'll have to wait what this chapter is. We'll have to see what this chapter is, and we'll be starting very, very soon. Capria from Chapri, I hope is the correct way to pronounce it, says, Sup? Ajith. I think that's how you say it. Says, yo. Yeah, my pronunciation is terrible, guys. Reading comprehension, good. Putting said words to mouth, not so. There's a blockage there. Some wires got crossed somewhere for me. But yeah, hopefully this is enjoyable for everybody. And once again, maybe YouTube Studio is lying to me because it says I have nobody in here and no likes, but I clearly have people in here because I have at least 3 or 4 people in the chat. So maybe I'm just waiting because YouTube Studio is being funky, which is unfortunate when it does it like that. I don't mind when it screws up in the other way. Like I did a gaming stream where I had like 30 fucking people in there. I was like, this is one of my most popular streams of all time, and then they took it all away from me later. It was a glitch. Very unfortunate. That. I don't have any. I don't have any. What am I looking for? Use your words, Griever. Use your words. Expectations for this chapter. It's apparently worthy of a reaction. I thought it'd just be they fight. They continue the fight. So, you know, maybe we see the final Shikigami, I guess. Maybe he finally shows us what the fuck using the Maharaga wheel does. Maybe. Yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Justin said, holy the phone. I believe it's hold the phone, but yeah. There's a new Hell's Paradise one-shot. I'll be back soon. All right. Cool. Well, as I said, maybe YouTube Studio's fucking up, but I still see 0 for likes and viewers and stuff. So, but I see that there's definitely people here. So, all right. We're just going to start the reaction then. Screw pre-stream time things and stuff. Let's just start. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Jujutsu Kaisen Chapter 219. Let's go. All right. Let's dig into this one. And also, once again, Happy Easter to everyone who celebrates it. And even if you don't celebrate it because you don't like ham dinner and candy and chocolates for some unexplained reason, you still get a long weekend out of it. So, hey. But yeah, let's go. All right. So, First page, chapter 219, Bath. Number 4. Not number 3, not number 5. Number 4. Ooh. Let's see. Already there's a note. Harvest ritual is a ritual in which the emperor offers up a newly harvested grain to the deities. Okay, so that's some Japanese culture stuff. Heian era, a ritual. Okay, so we're back in the Heian era. All right. Flashback time. Today is the harvest ritual. So that's when the emperor basically says, please bless the grain gods of our country. Yeah, okay. Why invite a monster like that? Oh, if only it ended there. Why are we praying to Sukuna for a plentiful harvest? Oh, we're praying to him. He's the god. Invite a monster like that, and why are we praying to Sukuna? Oh, jeez. The Celestial Squad, the 5 Void Generals. Alright, these are some badass titles. The Celestial Squad. Well, squad's a little... takes it down a notch, but the 5 Void Generals. That's a cool term. 5 Void Generals. That's cool. And under the Torii Gate, we see some Shinto monks coming forth. Have we already forgotten that he was the one who sliced these elite Fujiwara clan subjugation units into pieces? Wait a minute. All right, that was a heavy sentence. So hold on. So the Celestial Squad and the 5 Void Generals, have we already forgotten that he was the one who killed them? Like, it's a really long-winded way of saying that he was the one who killed them, who sliced these elite Fujiwara. It's like exposition. These guys were strong. These guys are important, and they're Fujiwara, and they're generals, and they're elite and stuff, right? And subjugation, that's a heavy-ended sentence. It would be much easier to say that they have the Celestial Squad, the 5 Void Generals of the Fujiwara clan. Have we forgotten that he was the one who sliced them into nothingness, you know? Yeah, that would have been a... Sentence structure is important sometimes, because that sentence was a little much. It's definitely not exposition. Let's see. Okay. And boom. All right, here's the eyes. It's old Sukuna. Let's see. It can't be helped. We need to clearly show that we harbor no ill will and want to maintain an amicable and peaceful relationship. Let's see. And here we go. Come to think of it, there was that bumpkin from Aizawa who was appointed to this very capital. All right. Even after she showed herself to be just as bad as a barbarian. My goodness, what has become of our peaceful capital? Yorizu-sama. And there she is. Okay, there she is. All right. So is that the woman as bad as a barbarian? All right, so this is where her and Sukuna are going to meet or something like that? Or are they already familiar with each other? All right. Still naked. Already a great chapter. We have nakedity. We have tititity. It's fantastic. We cannot complain about nakedity in a chapter. I mean, it's just, you know. Nakedity, very different from nudity, ladies and gentlemen. Very different. All right, so let's see. She's pompously eating a grape. Of course she is. She's pompously doing the whole, I'm so fantastic. Yorizu-sama. All right, somebody there. All right, and of course she's lying. Yeah, all right. Enough of your barking. What is it? Today is the harvest ritual. All right. I don't mind if the clothes are informal, but for the love of God, please wear something. So she's a barbarian of a woman. I get it, because she's constantly like, hey, look at my tatas. Do you think my bush looks like a bonsai tree? You know what I mean? Like, she's... Yeah, all right. She's got no filter. You know what? A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. I like a woman that I can see it both ways. Like, there should be a level of shame/modesty that should be recognized. But sometimes it's also fun to say, fuck that shit, and push that shame and modesty boundary to its fucking limit, too. I still think there belongs a line, but I think let's open up the gate. Let's widen that line a little bit. You know what I mean? So, And for the love of God, I mean, shouldn't it be the love of Kami? For the love of God, please wear something. Love of Sukuna. All right, she's just chilling. If you don't, I'll be disciplined by the palace ladies again. Shit. You get that from me every single day. Thought you'd be used to it. Wait. I assume that she's implying that she disciplines this poor bastard every single day. I think that's a guy. I'm not sure. If you don't, I'll be disciplined by the palace ladies again. But if it's a festival, they probably have those deep fried karaku damanos. These pastries were a key feature of Heian period banquets and also used as shrine offerings. Some type of pastry. All right. So she's a bit of a glutton from what we've seen. Let's see. All right. Haven't had that in ages. All right, she's going forth. Their harvest ritual is not that type of event. All right, going forth. Oh, she is seemingly wearing something. She is wearing like an open kimono. It doesn't look like she put on the whole thing though. Like it's still open in the front. Maybe, maybe not. And then step. Yorozu, and there's Sukuna's eyes. Yorozu-sama. Shock. And boom. There he is, Sukuna, in his original form. Now, it looks like there's a growth almost on his face, though. Like, this is unnatural to a degree. Because the other side of his face is different. But I thought from all the art we've seen that was, like, the way this side of the face, it was always like that. So, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. This is interesting, because he looks like generally he has a standard face. And this is some type of unnatural growth on the other side. Okay. And there's what's-her-name that serves him with the ice powers. Always forget. I'm very bad with names. I think it begins with a U. Anyways. So yeah. Alright, so he's just chilling. He's just chilling like a villain. Looking badass. And... yeah, I think I was right. She's only wearing... basically, she put on a Hayori, and that was it. She put on a Hayori, and she's still completely naked. All right, other than that. So, she runs forward. Let's see. What are they all doing? Why can't they understand? Wait, jumps... jumps forth and hugs Sukuna? Hugs Sukuna like right around the head. Why can't they understand? All right. Wait, what is happening here? What the hell is happening? And he is not disturbed. He is nonchalant about this shit. He's like, yep. Figures, hot naked women. They're always jumping on me. Women just like to get naked around me. Typical. Every city I go to. I'm telling you, man. Oh. It's tough being the king. It's tough being so sexy and so wanted by every goddamn good-looking woman in this country. It's just... I can't tell you. It's all about the cheekbones. It's all about these fucking high-ass cheekbones, you know? They just do something. I don't know what it is. You know, that's literally Sukuna right now. Jumps on him, hugs him. It'll be all right. I'm here. You are not alone. Wait. What? Huh. What is her deal then? All right. What on earth are they doing? Why can't they understand? Oh. Are we going to do, please, once again, please, for the love of God, do not, because I've always said, Sukuna being evil for the sake of evil is fantastic. Having villains just be evil because they're evil, Frieza Dragon Ball Z, is absolutely fantastic. We don't need morally gray villains in every goddamn thing. Please, for the love of God, don't do this whole, please. And I think Justin already warned me that, like, we can get mad at you live. I'm hoping that she's not reading into this. I'm hoping. I'm spitballing here, but I'm concerned. I'm concerned by this line. This panel in this line is implying that Sukuna, it's lonely at the top. Literally, Aizen's entire character. Please don't do it. Please don't do it. Please don't do Sukuna got too strong. And now he's just looking... He's not just looking for a fight like Kenpachi or somebody like that, or like Todo, like a good fight. He's looking for... Or Goku. He's just... He feels like he can't be understood because he's up here. And he's lonely. Like, please don't do it. Please, for the love of God, Sukuna, just be evil for the sake of fucking being evil. Alright? Be a Frieza, don't be an Aizen. For the love of Christ. Let's see. You are not alone. Alright. I hope that she's just batshit nuts. I hope that she is just batshit nuts. Alright? Alright, let's see. It'll be alright, I'm here, you are not alone, and then crackle. Yeah, here comes the ice powers, and boom, stand back, you lackey. Alright. Hey, how about you take your own advice? Alright, so she got off, she jumped away. And, wait, what? Why is she bleeding? Oh, damn, Gege, alright, I mean, I know it's censored, but did it really have to be? I know it's Shonen Jump. It's so unfortunate. It's like, you know, nakedity is what has made the world a better place. Seriously. You know. I don't know very many people who, you know, anybody seen that meme where it's like, you know, a woman lifts up her shirt? Yeah, I'm not sad anymore. Pretty much solves a lot of issues, a lot of problems. So, yeah. And apparently I was wrong. There is no bonsai tree down there. Okay. From today onwards, I'll be the one standing by his side. And she's like cut, she's bleeding. So did that, so he attacked her and now she's cut across the chest. All right. And I'll be the one to ease his lonesome heart. Oh no, she's cut across. He didn't do it. Sukuna probably did it. Sukuna did it before she could even notice. Because she just noticed and... Yorozu-sama! Yeah, just cut right across. Alright, so... Please tell me she's inaccurate. Please, please, please. Because then that is... I'm sorry that you guys don't like the fact that Gege is a huge fan of Bleach and there's a lot of parallels to be made. Not copying, but parallels to be made between the two series. I mean, if I ever write a manga series, guess what? It's going to have a lot of Inuyasha and Bleach influence. 100%. It would absolutely, you would see the parallels night and day. It would be so obvious. But there's a difference between parallels and fucking straight up copying. Don't do it. Please, I'm going to headcanon myself. I am going to cope. Anybody got a little bit of that copium? Oh yeah, smell that copium. I'm going to cope and assume that she's just fucking nuts and he's not lonely at all at the top. No. Sukuna is not Aizen. Nope. Sukuna's pure evil just because he wants to be. I'm going with that. So, my copium is still here. Jujutsu Kaisen is still great. Let's see. Yorozu-sama! And crashes down onto the floor. And because she's bleeding. And yeah, she just noticed. Like I thought. Oh, that's pretty good. What a heart-wrenching cut. Alright, and she's like half dead. Jesus. I want it all to myself. Alright, we're going back to the future here. Your solitude is mine and mine alone. Okay. But maybe he wants to... See, I'm going to paint it that she thinks Sukuna's an Aizen, but really, he likes being on top. He likes being the king. I want it all to myself. Your solitude is mine and mine alone. The one who will kill you is me. All right, and boom, there's a random, just a perfectly black. So let's check back in with the chat. Is anybody saying anything? Is anybody saying? We should catch up with the chat first in case. Oh, damn, we got 10 likes. Now, see, once I start talking, or once I start the reaction, then we get some good, because we have 10 likes and people in here. All right, let's catch up with the chat before we continue the chapter. Capri says 5 watching currently. Okay, so yeah, because now YouTube Studio's caught up. It says 8 and 10, so I'm doing all right. Zuri is in here. Hi, Zuri. Says, brothers, remember, don't stick your dick in crazy. Yep, that is sound fucking advice. Don't stick your dick in crazy. Justice said, I agree on the Sukuna should just be pure evil. Exactly. If he wants to be a little more like Goku, if Goku was evil, Kenpachi, Vegeta, that kind of idea, if he's just like, he's bored at the top, not that he doesn't want to be at the top, not that he's lonely at the top, but he's just, man, there's like nobody good to fight. I'm too fucking strong. I'm bored. That, which has been done before, is fine, but it's getting away from the Aizen parallel, which is what we want. Aizen wasn't bored. Aizen was lonely. There's a difference between being bored and being lonely. So, yeah, as long as that's the case, as long as she's misinterpreting it, I'm good. So he said Sukuna was too strong, that's why he lost. Exactly. Kengan logic. Misk is in here. Hi, Misk. Said, I think he really does just want a good fight. Being the strongest is boring. Yes, and if that's the case, fan-fucking-tastic. Fan-fucking-tastic. Don't tell me he was... And at the end of the series, when he's defeated, blah, 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 don't tell me is that he's happy that he could no longer be alone and stuff. Don't do it. Don't use lonely or alone whatsoever. Capri says Sukuna's face was always shown like that. He was called two-faced. Oh, was it really? I remember it being on the other side, though. I thought I remember it being on the other side, but maybe I'm mistaken. Justice said, there is a difference between wanting a good fight and being lonely. Exactly. Justice said, you need to respect a man's personal space, even Sukuna. Nah. Naked women don't care. Have you ever heard the term gold digger? Like, for example, have you ever seen a millionaire or an athlete with an ugly woman? Nope, you haven't. Okay, all NASCAR drivers, basketball stars and stuff, for some reason, they get model-level women. I'm sure it's always true love. 100%. Let's see. Justice said, the last person who would be accurate describing Sukuna is the love-struck crazy fan. Yeah, that's what we're hoping. She didn't even know not to jump on this man. I mean, once again, when you're Sukuna, women jumping on you all the time. So, alright, so we caught up with the chat. We're back to the chapter reaction. And here we go. So she's formed this crazy, like, there's black thing. Is somebody coming through a portal? And, wait, Sukuna knows what it is? That's perfect sphere. Perfect sphere. And apparently it's going forward towards him. And it's eliminating everything perfectly in its wake. It's said that it's impossible to create a truly perfect sphere. Well, yeah, because technically, you know how polygons, like Nintendo 64 graphics and stuff, nothing's ever truly circular. It's just how many millimeters you and decimeters and all that shit, how fine you make your square edges, but every edge of a circle is a line, like even the top of this can. Technically, if you use a microscope and you go down far enough, there is an edge. They're minuscule, they're microscopic, but there is no such thing as a perfect, nothing circular. Everything has an edge, everything's straight and has a line. You know, it's just how far down you go. I've heard that theory before, and it's been shown on so many things. I don't know if it's truly accurate, but maybe that's where the inspiration for this comes from, because it said it's impossible to create a truly perfect sphere. Such objects have an infinitely small point of contact, therefore generating infinite pressure along its surface. Damn. A perfect sphere that is impossible to grasp. I wonder if you can handle this. Oh shit, so she made perfect sphere. Infinitely small point of contact, therefore generating infinite amount of pressure along its surface. Alright, let's go. True. Unfettered love. Domain expansion. Alright, we're getting to it. So, perfect sphere. Domain expansion. 3 layers of affliction. Alright. Alright, this is an interesting one. Let's see. Domain battle time. And then notices. Something. What is going to... Why won't you expand your domain? Alright, so she's in her domain. Where did the perfect sphere go, though? That's perfect sphere. So, she created this, launched it, and now she's using... I thought... So, perfect sphere is her domain expansion? So, you hit someone with perfect sphere, and it causes domain... I'm a little confused. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little confused. I thought perfect sphere was going to be an attack, and it seems to have done nothing, and then boom, domain expansion. Unless, once again, the perfect sphere being formed is the domain expansion. You throw it at him, it hits him, boom, we're in our domain. But then why give me the super description of, yeah, perfect sphere, it's impossible to grasp. I wonder if you can handle this, and it's got infinite pressure and infinite this. It's a domain expansion. Like, we get it. Boom, domain expansion. Like, I feel that's unnecessary if that's all that is. I thought that was going to be like some super cool attack, and it's like if he touched it, like sort of like the Six Eyes, like it's impossible to grasp because it's like infinite pressure along the surface, so he can't touch it. It's like, can you handle this? You know, maybe I'm misreading it, but that seems kind of pointless if she was just going to domain anyways. So let's see. Why won't you expand your domain? All right, so he's not worried inside a domain. Let's see. You saw it, didn't you? It's impossible to grasp a perfect sphere. So it is part of her domain. All right. It's impossible to grasp a perfect sphere. In this domain, that perfect sphere is guaranteed to hit. Do you understand? If I initiate my technique, you'll vanish. All right. So wait a minute. So it is part of the domain. So it's not useless. You can't grasp the perfect sphere. And in this domain, it's guaranteed to hit. And if it hits, even Sukuna dies by the sounds of it. And then he took... Oh, is the wheel about to do something? With this treasure I summon... Oh, he's not going to expand a domain. He's like, I'm going to use this wheel that I disappointed the fan base with and then left them too hyped for. But now I'm going to finally do it with this treasure I summon. Now it's time. All right, Gege, you were just being a dick then. You were like, oh, he's going to summon Maharaga. Nah, I'm going to wait a whole chapter. You dick. All right, but if he does, let's go. With this treasure I summon. And boom. Here he comes. Alright, that's actually a cool panel with the circular. Boom. There he is looking. I mean, once again, I don't know if I expected, did anybody expect him to look that much different from the one that Fushiguro summoned? I wasn't sure if he was going to look different or not, but boom, punches right through the domain, breaks the domain barrier. Unbelievable. She's fallen back. To think it destroyed a perfect sphere. Okay, I see. All right, so the idea is that the perfect sphere cannot be... Basically, he can't leave. It's the ultimate... From what I'm understanding is that she created a perfect sphere so he can't break out of it. Sukuna himself, even Sukuna, she believes that perfect sphere is infinite pressure, infinite mass. So you can't break out of this domain. You can't leave this domain. You can't break out of this domain because it's perfect. And then you launch your domain within the sphere. That's what I'm gathering. And that's why it's relevant. But because now this thing just, Maharaga just fucking... and just shattered it. God damn. Because he adapts to every technique, I believe. Unbelievable to think it destroyed a perfect sphere. That thing is crumble, crumble, crumble. It's down. Boom. So the domain's gone. Techniques like yours, with poor cursed energy efficiency, always tend to end up as one-trick ponies. Damn, the insults. When push comes to shove, you'll always fall back on what you're used to. It'll either be the liquid metal or your insect armor. Armor spelled wrong. I've already adapted to them. I mean, technically that's what Maharaga does, but I guess Sukuna's doing the same deal? I mean, yeah. Already adapted to them. Wow. She's laying on the ground. Didn't realize you know me so well. Makes me happy. Once again, Zuri said it best. Don't stick your dick in crazy. And Sukuna. Here, take this. Let's see. What's she doing? Here, take this. Think of me. Think of it as me. And always cherish it. Take what? What is she giving him? And then boom. Oh, Fushiguro is down in the depths, crying his ass off by the looks of it. Down in the depths of despair. After taking his sister Sumiki's life, Fushiguro's soul sinks into the abyss. End of chapter. Okay, holy shit. So, Sumiki straight up died, by the looks of it. What Yorozu gave to Sukuna, apparently, we don't know. Sukuna's apparently a big ladies' man. Maharaga looks no different. We finally got to see Maharaga and managed to break the insane... The barrier by the looks of it, and just completely shattered the domain expansion barrier. Yeah, so we never really saw what her 3 layers of affliction does. Kind of unfortunate, but alright. Pretty good chapter. Alright. Let's see what the chat's saying. Did everybody like the chapter? That's the main thing. Do people like this chapter? Let's see. Ajis said Sukuna has said defeat is death for him. That's true too. Miss said Sukuna does not seem to like women much despite his opening statement in the series, unless he just wants to kill women. Yeah, wasn't he all about... Yeah, wasn't his thing like sex, drugs, rock and roll? Wasn't that the big thing? Let's see. Zuri said, Yorozu or Mei. Yeah, don't stick your dick in crazy, boys. Don't stick your dick in crazy. Miss said, sometimes you just have to finish the page. I mean, where's the fun in that? But you're not wrong. Joseph said, finally, Maho is here. I know. It was like Gege was cucking us. We are in a relationship with Gege, ladies and gentlemen, where we are being cucked. And I did not consent to this. So... yeah, we got cucked last chapter. Just to have it happen this chapter, it's funny. But Zuri said, I was hoping Maharaga would look different, but I'm not upset. Yeah, see, I don't know if I'm disappointed or not. I'm glad that Maharaga was summoned. I'm glad for that. But I also sort of wanted him to look even more beastly, even more crazy. So, I don't know. Wait and see. The chapter was good, so, I mean, you know. Miss said the perfect sphere was going to hit Sukuna, and then Maharaga just destroyed it, which is supposed to be impossible because he shouldn't be able to touch it. I think Sukuna implied that summoning the wheel was him using Maharaga's adaptation on himself. I guess that's what's implied, but I don't understand. Then what was the point of the domain expansion then? See, I'm confused, you know? Like, the perfect sphere went forward, so she summoned her domain so it would be a guaranteed hit. But then I think it's just the art or the angles, not the art, but the angles, because it looked like if you go back and read it the way I was reading it, and once again, this is all down to just interpretation, but the The sphere goes forward, right? It's going forward. Then she uses domain expansion. We don't see the sphere anymore. 3 layers of affliction. We don't know what it does. Then we see a picture, shot of her shocked. We still don't see the sphere. He's doing stuff. Reaction shot from her. He summons Maharaga. And then all of a sudden there's a sphere above Maharaga that he punches through. But it looks more like he's just breaking the white sky, the white background. Kubo would be proud. But the white background, it looks like he's breaking the barrier around the domain. It doesn't look like it's a sphere that was heading towards them. You know what I mean? So I get what you're saying, Miss. That's likely what happened. But I think Gege sort of screwed up in not showing that the sphere was there. You know, it like the way I interpreted it was, okay, the sphere hit him, that's the domain expansion, and then boom, Maharaga punches out of the domain. But I guess not. I understand the idea is smart. Summon the perfect sphere, send it to him, domain expansion, so you have your guaranteed hit of the perfect sphere, which should make him vanish. But since we didn't see it, it was gone this whole time, and then boom, Maharaga punches up in the air, and we just see white black. It's not, you know, I don't think it was framed. The choreography was not framed well for me to understand that. That's just me, because then the next shot after he punches the perfect sphere, there goes the domain expansion. The domain expansion's gone. So it looked like to me more like remember when the 3 of them did the domain expansion in the Sunday Colony? And look, it shattered. Black pieces of glass are all shattering around, and they're back in the real world outside of domains. They went into a black sphere. The black sphere is gone, shatters. We see the shatter points, and they're back in the real world. I took it as, I assume you're right, but yeah, it wasn't, it could have been shown better, I think. I think it could have been shown far, far better than that. That's just me. Yeah. I think Gege should have just showcased it. It's the angles he chose, which weren't bad angles, but the perfect sphere disappears the entire time, and then boom, the domain's gone, and so is the perfect sphere. And I'm like, okay. So yeah. But yeah, it is interesting that Sukuna, so maybe the wheel did do something. He adapted to the techniques by using Maharaga's power on himself in a limited capacity. That's kind of interesting. I'll give you that. Justice said, so it seems like the wheel Sukuna means he can fight something in advance, and when he does summon Maho's already adapted. Maybe that's the case, yeah. Sometimes I wish they spend so much time explaining the perfect sphere. Maybe they should explain what the wheel was doing, you know? Like, people complain about anime villains monologuing, but sometimes it's like, please, Sukuna, monologue. What the fuck was the point in summoning his wheel and not just straight up him in the first place? Chapri says, I think what happened is the wheel on Sukuna had adapted, then Sukuna summoned Maharaga, so Maharaga was already adapted to the techniques that he had already seen. Yeah, that's what we're assuming, that's what's implied, and I don't disagree. I think maybe someone should have mentioned it, you know. Sometimes it's good. Confirmation is my point. Confirmation sometimes is good. Just said fine chapter. It was a good chapter. I just said you cannot see a sure hit until it hits you. That's why you don't see the perfect sphere within that domain. How in Dagon's domain the fish appear until it hits you. Okay. I mean, that's not bad. That's not a bad, yeah. All right. If that's the case, if that's true, I can't think of an instance where it's not. I'm okay with that then. I'm okay with that. Miss said, for most people, your domain just makes your technique have a guaranteed hit. In this case, the perfect sphere was just guaranteed to hit, but Maharaga was able to counter it. I mean, the way I took it was she summoned perfect sphere, and then, because otherwise her domain is useless. The only reason she summoned her domain is to make sure that after she launched perfect sphere, a separate attack, her domain has a guaranteed hit, like a lot of domain expansions. She uses her domain expansion within the vicinity so that her attack, the perfect sphere, would have a guaranteed hit after the fact. you know. Otherwise, her summoning her domain did nothing. 3 layers of affliction do nothing. Not that we saw. And if perfect sphere is guaranteed to hit regardless, then summoning her domain was a waste of curse energy and useless. So I like to think that she summoned an attack that might hit, but maybe Sukuna could dodge. So instead, she summoned it, then summoned her domain so that the attack would be guaranteed hit, which is what domains do. So, and if we're to believe Ajith, who said that you cannot see a sure hit attack, basically the moment she summoned her domain, it disappeared. But Maharaga managed to sense it and counterattack even without being able to see it right before the guaranteed hit and punch through a guaranteed hit, which also brings up the fact that this implies and means that the guaranteed hit ain't so guaranteed anymore. All right. There's a lot here. I like this. There's a lot here. So yeah, there's quite a bit here. I like that. Because that implies that the whole, it'll hit no matter what? No, not necessarily. I like that. We're adding depths. We're adding depths to the future fights now. So yeah, I don't think that's the case, Misk, where oh wait, I read what you were saying wrong. My bad. Yeah, I agree then. Justice said, kind of wanted all the summons to be bigger, like imagine a fucking massive Maho. Yeah, me too, a little bit, but Firestar said she had to use the domain to make sure the sphere hit. Right, that's how I'm taking it. It said Sukuna would have been able to dodge it if not for the domain. Right. To be fair, that's what I initially thought. Yeah, like, so that's my point. My point is that, yeah, she summoned the domain not to use the domain's effect, but to make sure her technique, the perfect sphere, had a guaranteed hit, because that was her attack. So yeah. Capri says the wheel moves when it adapts to a technique. There we go. Capri said you can see it move before Sukuna summons Maho. Yeah, I did. I thought that was him because he reached up and was doing something, but it was moving, yeah. Justice said, also, Yozuru is broken his ship, by the way. Yeah, she's powerful, but she dead now. Now she dead. Oh, she did. So yeah, that was quite a good chapter, though. I will say that was a pretty good chapter, ladies and gentlemen. We got to see Sukuna back in the Heian period. Can't dislike that. Can't dislike that at all, can we? No. And we got nakedity. Titties are always, even if they're crazy titties, the idea is look, don't touch. All right? We're still going on the don't stick your dick in crazy. But at the same time, remember that as long as you're only window shopping and you don't go into the store to buy, there's nothing wrong with window shopping. It's just make sure you don't go in there when you got no money, right? So yeah, overall, a pretty good chapter. Got to see the Heian period a little bit there. I always like more medieval Japan, like before the Meiji era, feudal era, that kind of stuff. I always like that setting because you can do whatever the fuck you want with it. This was pretty cool. The chapter overall is really good. I'm just hoping that everyone else is, and it seems like the chat, like, once again, Justin warned me, we can get mad at you live, as long as Sukuna doesn't end up being Aizen. It's like, well, maybe he was just lonely, like Yorizu said. Nope, don't do it. He's evil for the sake of evil, and he's just fucking bored because he hadn't had a challenge in, like, a decade or so. Keep up with that, okay? He's Frieza. He's evil. He's Shishio. He's evil. He's just straight up. There are no great qualities. There's no redemption. There's no trying to understand why he does. Some empathy, some sympathy. No. He's just a fucking evil prick. Let's go with that, all right? Let's keep Sukuna being some top-tier evil son of a bitch, right? Let's just keep it that way. I just said Yozuru created the perfect sphere using the liquid metal. That's why Sukuna called it a one-trick pony, since she already used liquid metal before Maharaga already adapted to it. Ah, interesting. That is interesting. Firestar said, so, like, is Megumi just done now? If so, I'm not a huge fan of that. I mean, clearly he's going to come back out of the depths of despair. Like, right now, it is the depths of despair. Granted, there was a worse option. He could have been watching as Yozuru mounted Sukuna in his body and went to town. So trust me, he thinks he's crying now. He's kind of got off easy with just the straight up murder, you know? So, I just said we see evil based on the Sukuna speech with Yuji. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, the fact of the matter is, let's stick to that. Let's not try to overcomplicate. You don't always need your characters. They can still be three-dimensional, but be simplistic. Simple doesn't mean bad writing, and it doesn't mean bad characters. Sometimes people are just evil for the sake of evil. Frieza is fucking evil. He's based on landlords, and he's fucking evil. And Frieza is probably one of the most, if not the most iconic villain in all of manga fucking history. And he's literally just evil. He didn't have a bad childhood. He didn't understand the damages he was doing. No. He likes being a dictating tyrant. So go in that vein. Keep Sukuna like that. Keep him in the Frieza vein. Don't try to make him gray. Don't try to make him a gray character. Don't try to add depths and layers. Fuck that shit. Keep this man evil. Straight up. Yozuru is just fucking nuts. That's what we're going with. Sukuna's not lonely. He's bored maybe, but not lonely. Yeah. We're going with that. So yeah. Happy Easter, everybody. Anybody got anything else to say? Otherwise, we'll end the stream off here. If anybody got any other comments, what are y'all doing for Easter? I hope you're having a good long weekend. I hope you're having a good Easter and stuff. Even if you don't go to church and do the whole Jesus crap, at the very least, you know, because I don't. Are you getting together with family? Are you going out for brunch? Are you doing Easter egg hunts? You know, are you getting chocolate? Are you doing Easter baskets? Are you just having a really nice fucking dinner? You know, you're having some prime ribs, some ham, some turkey, something like that. See, I always do ham. We always do a giant fucking bone-in ham. Ham is for Easter, and turkey is for Christmas and Thanksgiving. But we're actually doing both this year because my brother's wife doesn't really eat a whole lot of meat. Doesn't really like ham. Doesn't like pork and beef and stuff. So we're doing a turkey as well. Which is fine, I guess, you know. But we just do turkey, like, for almost every holiday now because it's like, oh, some people don't like ham, some people don't like beef. And I'm just like, well, then fucking cook your own food. But I don't know. That's just me. And it's actually not, it's funny. It's not like her requesting it. She's like, it's fine. Like, I don't have to. So it's not on her. It's actually on my brother. My brother fucking is always like, well, ham's not my favorite. So let's give mom and dad extra fucking work and do more. You know what I mean? That kind of shit. But it's like, no, we can't just do a 5-course meal with ham. We need turkey too, which is, I don't know if any of you guys have ever done a fucking turkey dinner, but fuck, man, that's a lot of work. Doing a 25-pound bird is a lot of work, you know, especially if you're going to do the stuffing and the glazing and all that shit and make the gravy. I mean, it's not done in 2 steps, you know. But anyways. Yeah, well, we ended up getting 11 likes. That's probably more likes than I would have done if I just made a regular video and a reaction. So, not so bad. I don't know what I expected. Maybe a bigger turnout. I don't know. Jujutsu Kaisen seems to be kind of popular on my channel, even though people don't like my opinions on it. But then again, it was also last minute. I wasn't like yesterday, like, hey guys. For an Easter special, we're doing Jujutsu Kaisen stream at 4 p.m. Look forward to it. Set the date, you know. I jumped in once I got home and fucking said jump on. So, probably get after, with the VOD. Because, I mean, of course, it's going to be I'm not doing a separate review or anything like that. This is the review. So, yeah. Alrighty, well, seems like that's it. Thank you very much to everybody who watched the video, who liked the video. 11 likes, thank you very much. Special thanks to everyone in the chat, including Justin, Firestar, Chapri, Ajit, Zuri, and Misk Content. I don't think I missed anybody else. Firestar already said, Zuri, yeah. So thank you to you, wonderful people, for jumping in, doing in the chat and stuff, bringing me your opinions, helping me understand stuff. Because I find maybe I'm just getting old, or maybe things are being less straightforward in manga these days. But I find, like, once again, I don't know if it's the manga's fault or it's my fault for reading comprehension, that just I get really confused really quick with the way the choreography is, especially in Jujutsu Kaisen. Not so much in other series, and that's why I'm thinking it's more the way Gege panels things is why I get a little confused. But, you know, it could just be me. Like, if you all got it right out of the gate, yep, this is what happened. Okay, like, maybe it's just me. But, yeah. Maybe I'm just getting too old for this shit. I don't know. But, yeah, so that's the reaction, everybody. Jujutsu Kaisen Chapter 219. Very solid chapter. We finally got Maharaga after Gege cucked us last week. That's fantastic. And we will see you guys back here next time for Chapter 220. Looking forward to that. Definitely go check out the One Piece review that's already up on the channel. There was a One Piece reaction yesterday. And Yona the Dawn will be coming out probably sometime later on tonight. More likely to be tomorrow. So, yeah, I don't know if there'll be any other content or streaming tonight. But we'll have to wait and see. I've procrastinated all morning and all afternoon. I think it's time I actually got something done. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys have a very happy Easter, a happy Good Friday, happy Easter Sunday, Easter Monday, and all the stuff in between. And it's not really called Easter Saturday, but fuck it, Easter Saturday as well. Hope you have a great long weekend. And we'll see you guys back here next time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe as always. And we'll see you guys back here next time. Have a good one, everybody. Sayonara.